Welcome to Kathryn Raaker's World. Innovation, culture, adventure, fashion and health, artists, destinations, traditions. This is Kathryn Raaker's World.
Hi, this is Kathryn Raaker of Kathryn Raaker's World TV and Kathryn Raaker's Let's Just Talk, our syndicated radio. I'm so honored to meet, and I've met, Jane Jenkins Herlong. She is the author of a new book, which I just love the title, Sweet Tea Secrets from the Deep Fried South. And that's her latest book. Jane Jenkins Herlong is a SiriusXM Southern humorist, international best-selling, award-winning author, professional singer, recording artist, and professional speaker. An inductee into the prestigious Speakers Hall of Fame, Jane is also the author of 5 books, including her latest offering, Sweet Tea Secrets from the Deep Fried South. Tyndall House Publishers. A former Miss America contestant, Jane crisscrosses the country sharing her unique brand of sweet tea wisdom and southern fried humor. Welcome to our show.
Kathryn, thank you. It's so good to be with you.
You know, the minute I met you, I fell in love with, well, I love your accent because I live in South Carolina. But you know, this is my first time to CPE, right? And I have to tell you that the people here are just the nicest, sweetest people I've ever met in my whole life.
They are. They're good people.
And I have to ask you, Jane, you have wonderful books. Can you tell us the name of your books first?
Yes. As a
Please do.
professional speaker, we started out, I did, back of the room sales with bare feet to high heels. You don't have to be a beautiful person to be a beauty queen. And I love that book because I make fun of pageants. Is that wrong? No, it's just really cute. And so I came from bare feet to high heels, see, the pageant world, the farm to the world of pageantry. Then the second one, my sister had breast cancer, and it's entitled What Tatas
That's wild.
Teach Us, and I raise money for breast cancer awareness, and it's an analogy of our anatomy. It's really cute. And then my third book was when my mother sadly was very sick, and it is called Bury Me With My Pearls. I love pearls. Look at him. Got them on. Big ones here from Pawleys Island, by the way.
Pawleys Island.
And so then the fifth book, of course, the fourth book, is Rhinestones on My Flip-Flops. And it's a devotional.
I love
It's about biblical women and their flip-flops. And then that led to, ta-da, Sweet Tea Secrets from the Deep Fried South.
Let me ask you a question because I love, I don't really like sweet tea, but I drink it. I love it. I lived in the South, not only in South Carolina, but I also lived in Florida, the southern part of Florida, and the northern part of Florida. And I'll tell you what, when I went to the South, they didn't know. They said, "Would you repeat your name again?" Oh, because I'm from the North. Oh, but they got to know me.
And love you, of course.
And I go to Pawleys Island as often as I can. I love Charleston. That's one of my favorite places. But tell me, before all of this, where were you?
Well, you mean like in the world of books and speaking and whatnot? I was just doing my thing. I love to travel and speak. I'm on SiriusXM and their comedy channel. I stream on Spotify and several places. So I was just living the best life. I love it. I'm a wife and a mother, which I put that first because you got to. And then I love my business of traveling and speaking and making people laugh. I do comedy shows. When I sing, I love that too. So all of a sudden I started thinking about the South, that is the South that I love and I want to keep alive.
That's right.
And so that's how I wrote. We have a new South, and we've managed to to evolve into a healthier New South, I believe.
Right.
And we have to embrace our past and celebrate our future. So that's what
Right.
the book is about. And laugh all the way. And there's sweet tea secrets in there that'll
Oh.
make everybody better that reads it.
And my husband's from the South. He's from Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, go on.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't like grits. He does not like
No.
grits. Yeah.
That should be
I'm the
against
one
the
that
law.
I'm the one that loves grits. I'm the one that loves Southern food. And it's really funny.
It's funny.
He is the epitome of a Southern gentleman.
Girl, you did good.
I'm telling you.
We just say that's good. That's high cotton.
That's right.
That's really good stuff.
And we took his mother before she passed away to the South. She wanted to go to Savannah. She wanted to meet Paula Deen. She wanted to eat at the restaurant. We did as many things as we could. And I think that's what life is all about. I think I love the CPE and I love you because,
bless you. Sweet.
people from the South and Christian people are together more now than they've ever been, Jane. And
Yes.
this is really important, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah, we need each other.
We need each other more than...
We've come out of a difficult time and we're surfacing. And we need to help each other go up
That's right.
and go back to where we were and be better.
That's right.
Not be bitter, because that I is about me, but E is good.
That's
Drop
right.
that I and put the E in there.
And I think that's really important to do that because it's not self. And it's so weird. I have to tell you a little tidbit, which I think you'll think is funny. In Cincinnati, we have an urban area downtown, and they were developing it. And the gay community actually came in and really changed that area and did design and all kinds of stuff. And I used to be on a station in Cincinnati itself, and I'm a realtor. I'm not a residential realtor. I'm a referral realtor, and they started cutting it down because there was a tour going on, and I got mad. And when I get mad, I do stuff that changes things, and I work with the foundation down there, and I said, I'm bringing my show here. I said, I'll stay here as long as I can until the Enquirer retracts that story. Well, we did a historic apartment, and I got all my friends to actually bring furniture and really make it look great. And I finally got the Enquirer to do a retraction. So they gave me a party. I said, you don't need to give me a party. I don't need a party. There was a little bag on the table, and it had my name on it, but didn't say who it was from. It was the prayer of Jabez.
Oh,
It
yes.
changed my life. My husband and I say it every single day. in the
Oh,
morning.
I love that.
And I say to God, okay, bring me a project. Bring me a project.
Right.
And that's what the whole thing is. And I love when he does the funny things.
I think we need to look at the lighter side of life, and we need hope and encouragement and humor. And we need to love each other like this person that gave you the book.
Right.
We need to remember that we need to understand that some people, they aren't born that way. They're not born with having evil intent and anger. There's something that triggered that. And so we get to know them, we get to love them, and we pray for them,
Right.
and we watch the Lord do the rest.
Well, I'm from a very big family of 7 children. I'm the oldest. And we lived right next door to a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Right?
Oh, my,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. We turned
Ooh.
them around.
Wow.
My mom turned them around because my grandmother had a wonderful, beautiful, beautiful black gal that was part of our family forever.
Oh, yeah, that Tootsie.
Yeah, right
Tootsie
here.
for us.
Right. And she came to see us. Now, we're Catholic, and then we're 7 kids. Think about this.
Right.
Ku Klux Klan, and then we bring our lovely woman, Nanny, to come and see us. And it was like, I thought we were going to get burned down or something. I really did. But my mom knew how to work with people and talk to people. And she brought them close to us.
That's perfect.
I dream about them all the time. It's weird.
I just love that. I think diversity in so many different areas
Right.
of life, instead
Right.
of dividing, it should bring us. See, my agent told me to leave out the black community on Johns Island. That's my family. And I said,
No way.
okay.
Did
But
you?
No. I put it in the front.
That's right.
Because I love them. You know, I was flying with somebody, I was speaking in Arkansas a few weeks ago, and he said, Jane, I travel all over the world. I don't see this division in this country.
I don't either.
He said, people love each other. People are kind. He said, the media is trying to tell us something, so we'll just click the story. I said, it's just awful. And I know, I love people. I enjoy people from different walks of life.
I do too.
I love it.
I do too. And you know what? When you listen to my show, you're going to hear the most sexy voice that you've ever heard. His name is Carl B. Hannon. Mm-hmm. He is the most gorgeous black man you'll ever meet in your life. He's been my producer since 2003. He has his own radio show. I'm on his station now. Not his station, but... and it's been a joy of my life. And right before I left, I said, Carl, you got to do this before. He does all my intros, my outros, my commercials. He's just he has 7 children.
Wow.
And he's the most generous, sweetest man. And you are so, I knew you were a beauty contestant. You're just so gorgeous.
Oh, girl, I'll take that.
You'll take that
Yes.
anytime. Okay. So anyhow, tell us where, we're going to take a break. Tell us where we can get your books and where you're going to, what your speaking engagements are going to be.
Well, the book, of course, is purchased where most books are sold. It can be ordered. It's in-house. It's great. Here's a good place to be for books to be in different bookstores. But always it's the, you know, you're not supposed to say the A word, but you know it rhymes with Camazon.
Okay, we got that.
Yeah.
All right.
But Amazon, of course, and so it's available there. And so my speaking schedule looks pretty good. It's getting better from the pandemic. I like live because of the comedy.
You have to let us know where we can come to see
Oh,
you at.
yes. I'm going to be in a couple of places coming up pretty soon. I'll be several places in Aiken, South Carolina, and I'll be going to, let's see, where's my next speaking engagement? I'll be in Chicago, but, so if I had my schedule, I could tell you. But there are places mostly in the South and the Southeast, which
That's
I love.
good.
Yeah,
And
just got
that's-
back from Mississippi, so that was a super engagement.
Have you ever been invited to the International Houseware Show?
No, but I'd like to. I'll take that too.
That is the coolest thing that you could ever do. They even have chefs and everything, all the famous chefs. But
I'd
you would
love
be
that.
great, especially with the book.
Oh, yeah, they'd love that. I sent it to Paul Ledeen.
And you do have, oh, I love Paul.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I've really had fun with this book, and Tyndale's going to let me announce this officially soon, but just to give a little preview, it will be in Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I
So
love
I know.
Cracker Barrel.
So I am thrilled about that, and so that's a big blessing.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Jane Jenkins Herlong. We'll be right back. We're back on Kathryn Raaker's World, and let's just talk with probably the most exciting guest I've ever had on my show, and that's Jane Jenkins Herlong. She's a SiriusXM Southern humorist, everything, best-selling author internationally, author, professional singer, recording artist, and professional speaker. And we've been talking, you know, I love it because she's from South Carolina, and I adopted that state many years ago.
We love it.
I love it there, and I love I love every piece of Southern food there is. Oh, I have a popcorn recipe for cornbread. It's out of
No
this
way.
world.
I need that.
Oh, I have that.
Oh,
I'll
that'd be
send that to
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
And it's from a Texan.
Okay.
And I have to tell you, you grind the popcorn kernels, right,
Okay.
2 or 3 times until it gets to be a fine, you know, very fine. And then you make it just like regular cornbread, and oh my gosh, it is the best you've ever
I want that recipe, please, ma'am.
I will send you
Okay.
that recipe. You should come on. You should come on my cooking show.
I know.
That I make more Southern food than you could ever shake a stick at.
People love Southern food.
They do.
They absolutely do. Yep.
And I mean, you know, everything in moderation is important, right?
Right.
But I think there's something, it's comfort food when you think about it.
It is good.
Right, and, oh, hush puppies. Have you ever had, and you get this in Pawleys Island in Myrtle Beach, you get these potatoes that they used to deep fry in pine oil. Have you ever had that?
No.
It's known in the southern part of South Carolina and, you know, near Myrtle Beach. And there was a restaurant that used to do it. You couldn't eat the outer shell of the potato. Oh my gosh, so delicious.
I'm so hungry just listening to this.
Okay.
I love it. I make a mean pot of grits.
Oh, you've got to do
No,
that.
I put it in a double boiler.
Oh, I
A
believe
rice steamer, and you don't have to keep stirring it, and you put cream cheese and sharp grated delicious cheddar and milk, and you just cook, and it is fabulous. That's how I make my grits casserole. I put sausage in the bottom, put the
I'm
grits
ready
on
to
top.
have you on
Let
my
me tell you,
cooking show.
it's for Christmas.
Right.
It's for Christmas, and I make really good little rolls with this quick. Yeah, I need to do that.
You need to do a book about Southern cooking.
It would be one page. It would be
That's
grits.
all right.
I did a video before the book launched, and I showed myself in the kitchen making grits casserole.
You'd be great on cooking channel.
My sister would have been great. I would need prayer. Tootsie tried to help me make her biscuits. It was hilarious. She used to use Fluffo. It's a yellow lard. But I've got a picture in this book of Tootsie and I making biscuits, and I got so frustrated. We had a flour fight. We are covered in flour and laughing. We fell on the floor laughing.
Well, I think the funniest thing I ever did was my girlfriend who passed away from our church. She used to make handmade candy. And I'm the kind of person that's like Lucille Ball.
Oh, do not.
Making
Yes.
candy. Chocolate, I tried to make her recipe for upper creams. There wasn't anything in my kitchen that didn't have a little piece of chocolate. And it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
That's my favorite episode of I Love Lucy. Tootsie and I would watch at 10 o'clock.
Right.
She was my I Love Lucy pal. And we would sit there and laugh and laugh and laugh. I mean, I think that's where a lot of the comedy developed that I do for radio and all that.
When did you start doing comedy?
Well, you know, I kind of got the courage to do it. I used to speak in schools because my brother, sadly, has a drug problem.
Right.
And so I started doing all of that. And then that sort of led, when I started having children, I got, wait a minute, I can't be on the road and be a good mama. You got to be at home. And so then it led to joining the National Speakers Association. And I was very proud of this. It was hard. Speaker Hall of Fame. And I was actually the chair of it this year, which was incredibly fun. And I love those folks. So that just sort of, one thing sort of led to another. And on my journey, people tell you, you know that. People say, Kathryn, that was good. Oh, it was? Yeah. And you don't know. And people start saying, Jane, you should do more humor. So Jeannie Robertson was a good friend, and she passed away sadly. And so I would study her, and I loved her. So that's when it evolved into just flat-out Southern humor. Did you watch the Andy and Mayberry show growing
Oh,
up?
honey, I used to watch every episode.
We made our children watch it too. So I took the little da-da-da, da-da-da. So I wrote words with my good friend. Grab a seat. Plan to sit a while. It's our pleasure to make you smile. Secret sips from a tall sweet tea, Southern fried by me. Isn't that the cutest?
Well, you don't know this about me. I grew up with a father that was a composer, a pianist. He had his band. He had everything, a combo. My mom was a singer. So I grew up in that.
Did you get those talents?
No. My
No
kids
way.
did.
Whoa, it
My
skipped a
children
generation.
Skipped a generation.
That's incredible.
If you ask me to sing, they won't let me.
Oh, well.
But my husband does.
Oh, he
And,
does.
Yeah. So I think that if you encourage that, and my husband loves to sing. My daughter is a great singer. And they all took after that. And I think music and art are the most important things that God gave us.
Yes.
To actually give to children and for them growing up. And
Very important.
Very important.
You have to stimulate the creative side of the brain.
That's right.
Yes, and you can't let people define you and say, oh, that's not good enough. You know, I had that. I'm sure you did too. And I my thing was, really, the best four-letter word in the English language is next. I'm not going to let that person define me. I'm not going to let anybody define me.
That's right.
And so, except, God's grace, He shows you the path. And so this book, so funny, has led to a screenplay I'm writing.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yay.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yay. It's gotten crazy. But I can tell it's going to be very meaningful because, as we said, the 60s, the Vietnam era, growing up in a segregated South, all of a sudden it was desegregated when I was there. And so all of that's going to be played into it. But I don't know. I just say, God, just help me to do this. If you planted the seed, He'll grow it.
That's right.
He will grow it.
And you know, the reason why I love the South so much, people are real.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've learned how to I love policemen, I love veterans, I love all of them, right? And I make sure I go up and say thank you. And I found out something from all of my friends, and that is, have a blessed day.
I know.
And every single
Love that.
cashier, anybody like that, have a blessed day. And you should see how their faces light up.
That's their gift.
And
The power of words.
that's it.
You know that sticks and stones will break your bones, but words won't harm you. That's a bunch of junk. Words can cut you to the quick of your soul. That's what killed Karen Carpenter. You know, the Carpenters, because she read that somebody said she was fat, and she turned the locks around and starved herself and died.
I know.
Isn't that awful? The power of words. And children, how the parents speak to the kids.
Okay, I got another one for you. Ready?
Okay.
This? My mom used to say this, with just a spoonful of honey, you've heard this, spoonful of honey
Yeah.
instead of a whole barrel full of vinegar.
Oh, yeah. Mama said you can get more with honey than you can with vinegar. She always said that.
That's right.
You know, I spoke over my children. I said, Holmes, you are smart. You are smart. And he's smart. Even when he ate that dead bird in the yard. One smart thing. But I said, Holmes, I could have said, you're so stupid. I said, no, you're smart. Don't do that. You're too smart. Caroline, I said, Caroline, you're so sweet. Do you know my children are both very sweet and very smart? So you speak those words over those kids and you watch what happens.
You will. And I used to do reverse psychology on my kids and reverse psychology on my husband. When he would get mad, I just didn't say very much. And he went, there's something wrong? Because he wasn't used to me not talking.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's the same thing with kids. They automatically think you're going to yell at them.
That's so true.
But if you're really quiet and you don't say very much, they react differently.
That's so funny you said that because somebody asked me, what's the key to a successful marriage? I said, shut your mouth. Don't talk. Just don't. My daughter makes an issue out of everything. I said, hush. You're messing things up. You're going to cause problems. Just be quiet. Be respectful. Say kind words in a low tone. And let me tell you, my husband calls me into correction when I don't follow my own advice.
Mine does too.
And I love that about him.
And he's, my husband is 53 years of marriage.
42.
Wow. And I just think we'll get to 65 definitely.
Good.
I'm living till 150.
I love that. Well, you look fabulous.
Well, you look fabulous
Well,
too.
I work on it, let me just tell you. There are people out there that can't help you. Tiny little things, though, not aggressive.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's next in your life?
The screenplay.
Right.
The screenplay and the comedy shows. I'm having a ball. We sold out the first show. We were freaking out. But I loved it. And because it's a way to give back music, comedy, and inspiration. And that's what I love to do.
Right.
It's my heart's desire. You're doing what you love.
I do.
And that's just fabulous. It's not work, honey. It's fun.
It is fun. And,
Yeah.
and I meet the most interesting, wonderful people, and they touch my life, and that's what God wants me to do. It's not the money. It's the love of doing what you love to do, and God gives you those creative gifts. If you don't use them and you bury them, that's
No
not
kidding.
what God. And I'm hoping I have a really nice place in heaven. That's what I'm hoping for. And if I can touch somebody, if I can help somebody, that's what I want to do.
I was speaking one time, Kathryn, and there was a couple on the front row, and they were laughing so hard I thought it was not that funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they came up to me and they said, we've been rocking our grandbaby who died.
Aw.
And you're the first person we felt like we could sit in front of and laugh.
That's
That you have just so healed us. That's a blessing.
That is a blessing.
That's a gift.
That is.
Yeah.
And who I really miss is Joan Rivers.
Oh, she was funny.
Do you know that I think she was murdered
Really?
because she came out and said things about Israel. She was going to support Israel.
Yeah.
And I think they put her down.
Well, she wasn't supposed to go. It was a very simple procedure she was having. I remember that. But that those lost art of comedy and humor, we need to remember that and bring that levity back into our world.
But clean.
That's why when I'm on Sirius and I'll hear somebody go, bad word, bad word. And then all of a sudden, thank goodness they'll play somebody clean. And if I'm always honored if it's, something that I've brought together. But I love it when people say, that was so clever, that was funny. You didn't have to use any language. I never would.
That's right. Well, we've run out of time, girl. This is tough.
We got to continue somehow, somewhere.
Well, you let me know what your schedule is. I will give you a call.
It is open for you. I will clear it.
Okay, and I'm going to clear it for you.
Thank you, honey.
Where can people buy your books? Where can they hear you? And they can buy these, right? Can I put these
go
up?
to my website or go to Amazon. I'll just say it. I've got lots. I've got Big Band. I've got
And I
lots
can
of
put this
speeches.
in. I still have a CD player in my car. So,
Good.
So I'm going to put you in there.
Yeah, I love when people subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have short, funny videos.
I want you to subscribe to my YouTube
I will
channel.
do that. I will do that.
I think YouTube, because I stopped buying stuff on YouTube or paying them, they kept my subscription down. But, I send it to every publicist.
Right.
You have to really market yourself. You
Definitely.
are gorgeous in person.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I mean, you're
Thank you
gorgeous
so
on
much.
everything that you do.
I've got the
That
same
smile.
jacket on.
Yeah, I love certain jackets, don't you?
I do.
And I love your
They're
pearls.
thank you. I do love my pearls.
So we have to end the show, unfortunately.
Okay.
So go to your website at...
Yeah, Jane Jenkins Herlong, JaneHerlong.com, HERLONG.com.
And Sweet Tea Secrets from the Deep Fried South. We
Yeah, yes.
need to buy this book. It's really going to help you make your life much
Sweeter.
more sweeter.
Sweeter.
Right. Thank you again
Oh,
so much.
loved it, girlfriend.
And I love that girlfriend thing. I love that. Thank you. And don't forget to go to our websites at KathrynRaakersWorld.com. That's KathrynRaakers world.com. And let's just talk. Thank you so much. Don't forget the Chef You and I, too.